Good morning. Well, that was another brutal night. It is now 10 to 8 in the morning. The thermometer on my bag reads 0. So God knows what it got down to. Oh, I woke up at about 2 o'clock. Cold, then I think I fell asleep again at about 5, mercifully. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about the sleep system. It's not working out. I have to open up my wallet. The hardest thing about hiking, backpacking, by a long shot, is getting your butt out of bed on a freezing cold morning. I mean, I know that the best way to get me warm is to start hiking, get the blood going, get some food in me, but all that's gonna be hard. All right. Oh, okay. Well, I made it. Amazing view to get up to. It could be a nicer day, but I will not complain. It got cold enough last night that the ice that I have retreated about a foot offshore has frozen again. Not very thick, mind you, but still, sheesh. As soon as you get out a little bit, it doesn't break. Okay. Well, once I broke free of the lake, there was another little fire pit there by the very end of it, with some space and some amazing views. Like, my views were a little bit blocked by trees, but not a whole lot of firewood around, and you know, I wouldn't have gained much. It would have been another 200-300 meters. I mean, I really was pretty close to the end of the lake. So once you get free of the lake, you know, this is the trail I've been walking. I've had to cross a few things, not so much that I've got my feet wet, but yeah, that glacier up there is amazing. I mean, it's a little hard to zoom with this case on here, but man. Once you get past that lake, I mean, this would have been a gorgeous sight. There's wood all over the place. There's water right here. I mean, look at this big, nice driftwood. Might have had a bit of problems finding a place to bear hang. Go back into the trees over there, but man, yeah. That one glacier has retreated over there, and now I got a new one. And it's even bigger. Not bad. Now this trail goes into the forest instead of the river flats. Let's see how well it holds up. Here, let's show you a bit of the trail. Glacier's coming. This is tricky because I don't know what's coming, so sometimes I need both my ski poles, trekking poles. Yeah. I did skiing for way more years than I did trekking, so. Okay. Sometimes you get forced into the forest. This trail was clearly taken care of quite well for years. I mean, horse outfitters, the park itself, who knows. All the chainsaw work though is very old. Ugh. Trippy, trippy. Well, sometimes there's snow on it. The forest is relatively clear a lot of times, but the trail seems to build the snow up. Gonna have to post hole this. At least the other guy's prints are here. All right, I need two hands for this part. Well, we have a problem here. Across this little creek, we have a blue ribbon and a couple places that you could cross. But there's also signs of a trail that keeps going. I think I will choose the trail instead of crossing over there. I'll let you know what happens. Like 50 meters since then, it appears I made the correct choice. I mean, now there's orange ribbon and there is a trail. So, though through there it's getting a little treed up. You know, I keep saying post holing. I think I'm getting that wrong. If you're stepping in people's footprints, holes that they've already made in the ice and the snow, I should say, then you're not post holing. You know, post holing, the snow is fresh. You plant your foot in it, and then as your weight comes onto it, it sinks and it sucks. So you are making the holes. I've just been stepping in those other guys' post holes. At least I believe that's how the terminology is said. All right, got that cleared up. Well, things are taking a turn for the complicated. I had followed those orange flags, and I saw those guys' footprints following them too. Now, somehow the trail kind of obliterated at that point, and I didn't see the guys' footprints anymore. I crossed, and then I crossed back, and I got into some deep bush, and I really had to hammer my way through that. Now I've decided to just sort of follow the alluvials. I'm making breadcrumbs on my phone, so I add points of interest on my app so that I at least know where I was. And I mean, I can't go bushing through the forest like that. If I've lost the trail, it's gone. And maybe it's not there anymore anyway. Maybe it's just gone. So I'll follow these. I'll see how far I can get. I'll leave myself little breadcrumbs. And I mean, I don't have time to hammer through the bush. Not only that, I could get lost. This, I can follow this. And I can follow it back, more importantly. So, yeah. Well, I've just been following this creek, but it appears to come out of a rather large pond, and then that forces you into the bush. Contemplating just jumping across here and going down that way. I mean, is there signs of a trail? Is there signs that those guys came here? That just looks nasty. Yeah. Okay. Well, I followed... I don't even know where I left off on these videos. You know, I was following that alluvial. That's right, I came to the pond and I crossed, and then I started walking along another one, and that evaporated, like it just vanished. It was like, okay, so I started walking along some flats, you know, like relatively easy bushwhacking towards the glacier, but then that became straight up bush. And I was like, okay, so backtracked a little bit, and then I started heading towards that large pond, and I figured whatever is feeding that, I could follow that. Well, I didn't come to much. I mean, ugh. You know, this is it here. I think this is the very end of it, and this doesn't help me. Should I have stayed in the forest? Should I have gone farther left? You know, there's a trail on my app, but that's really, who knows, man. So I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna sit my butt down, have a little snack, have some breakfast maybe. I never really had breakfast. All I had was a frozen Cliff Bar. And just figure out what I'm gonna do. I might be throwing in the towel. Anyway, okay. So it's probably been at least 20 minutes, maybe even longer. I took in some food, I ate some granola, I took a fruit bar in, I took out my long underwear, and I took a deuce. And I evaluated my situation. I mean, you know, when you're having problems and you're just pushing, you just gotta dial it back, you know. Okay, maybe I won't get to the glacier. But bottom line, I know the glacier is in my direction. And, you know, I can't find a trail, I can't find an easy way, I can't figure out where those guys went. I'll just start hammering through the bush. I know how much time I have. I'll just start hammering through the bush as best I can until my willpower runs out, or it's just, okay, this is just, I have to somehow get back to my car today too. So I'm walking with an empty pack, but I'm spending energy. So, I mean, that's what you do when things get a little overwhelming and you can't seem to, and things aren't going to plan, or what the hell is happening, or what do I do? Sit and just collect yourself, eat some food, have some water, do the things you've been putting off, and just check yourself, reevaluate what's going on. That's all there is to it. All right, let's see how this goes. Well, son of a bitch, I found this again. And it's the semblance of a trail. What happened? Maybe I should have crossed with that blue tape. I don't think there's any maybe in that anymore. I think that was the wrong decision. I saw those footprints though. Maybe those guys turned around and went back. Oh, mama. Hello, footprints. Love seeing that. Well, I'm cruising now. I had no idea how far away I was still from the glacier, but it's getting awesomer and awesomer as I roll up to it. Oh. I have a shot of this after all. Oh, what a tease. I don't have very much time to smell the roses, but yeah. Once upon a time, long ago, someone had a fire here. Outstanding. I wonder how many people have used this thing. And someone left a jacket, a blanket, pieces of metal. It's a jacket. Oh man, it's a nasty shape. Whew. All right, onward. Just kind of ripping through. Somebody buried garbage here, so this is historical. And the river has unearthed it. I mean, this is all I've met. Oh, look at that. This cup is plastic like they don't make anymore. It is strong as hell. So they buried their garbage, and now here it is. Wow. Weird. Cool. Crazy. All right. I did it. Lyall Glacier. And this is the real Glacier Lake. I know that it runs out that river and into Glacier Lake, but there's the glacier and there's the lake. See water coming down like crazy over there. Well, I don't recommend doing this the way I'm trying to do it. You know, take another day. Come up here. That was a hard hike. Come up here from the Glacier Lake campground. You know, enjoy it. I mean, how long do I have to sit here now? Because, you know, I'm worried about getting back. It took me 3.5 hours to get here. It was 5 kilometers. But according to View Ranger, I did 7.5. Man, I got lost. Now on the way back, I should do better. You know, I have a better idea, but yeah. Then I have to hike 12 kilometers out with my backpack. So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I'm gonna pay a heavy price for this view. What a view though, holy jeez. Well, it's 12:05. It's time to make the big trek back. I do have a night light. I'm not hugely worried about that, but I'm not interested in night hiking. In some ways, this is more fun, hiking. I'm not hustling to get anywhere. I'm not looking forward to getting to the destination. I can just enjoy the hiking and amazing scenery. It's an impressive avalanche slope. I can't imagine trying to scramble that. That'd be a nightmare. Okay, I'm doing well. I've managed to some of the troublesome areas that I really didn't put on camera. Back there, I managed to get around a lot easier. And now I have to find my way to that blue ribbon because I'm sure not going the way I came. I believe I'm about parallel to where I stopped. And here I'm following the trail, but for some reason it attracts snow. I mean, it's a little bit lower than the rest of everything, so it attracts water. That I understand. But, I mean, you get all this nice area, and, you know, there have been parts where the snow has there's been like a foot of snow on this trail, and nice and clear everywhere else. Kind of blows my mind. But this is definitely a trail that I've never seen. When I found the trail, it was right beside the river. So, I'm hoping it'll bring me to that blue ribbon, and I can cross there, and I'm pretty much home free at that point. And it's just a matter of putting in the work. So, I found the blue tape. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, not by any means. I had the trail, and then it went under a lot of snow, and then I didn't have the trail. So I ended up, you know, checking View Ranger a few times. And speaking of which, I think I just lost this trail. It's all right, follow this. I'm yak-yakking, not following the trail. Here we go, this looks like a trail. But if you're looking at help from me as to how to find your way from the blue tape to the river, good luck. Okay, I am not far, there's the lake. And look what's hiding over here. I didn't notice. I went ripping past it. What do we got? What do we got? Look at that, will ya? Oh, a couple little stumps. Huh. Okay. Not bad at all. Huh. There's so many old biv spots along here. I can't even, I mean, I missed, there's 2 of them already I missed. This is like 100 meters from my camp maybe. But I must have been on the trail up there instead of down here by the lake. Not sure where you would throw your tent, but I don't think that'd be a huge problem. What an amazing spot for a fire though. Wow, it's a big one. Holy crap. Woo. My God, is this coming down to the lake? This is mind-blowing. Boy, am I ever glad I scrambled for my camera on that one. Jeez. That was awesome. It just doesn't end. I hope the camera was good. I've been watching it myself, not shooting. I've been holding the camera at random. Broke off from up there. I think it's finally calmed down. Those trees that got my utmost respect. How do they stand up to that? Well, I just shot this rant completely backwards with the phone pointed the wrong way. So I'm just gonna look at myself. Screw it. Oh, that avalanche was mind-blowing. Like, I'm sure I've seen 25 avalanches. I didn't stop. I didn't think for a second, oh well, I'm coming over here to see avalanches. But I have, and it's first time I've really seen any without, you know, humans setting it off. They're mind-blowing. That one there, I mean, I've seen all these avalanches, but you hear the rumble, you look over, there's snow coming off a cliff, like way off in the distance. Whatever. You know, after a little while, that kind of lost. But that one there, like, trees ripping around, and that was nuts. I'm so happy that I took the seconds that it took to get my phone out and catch what turned out to be a big chunk of that avalanche. Like, man, that was crazy. Anyway, it took me about 2.5 hours to get back to my site. I'm gonna have something to eat, and I'm gonna dip my feet in Glacier Lake, do some maintenance there, and then we'll pick up the last few parts of this guy. Next portion is to walk to the campground. Well, my God, it took an hour to get everything done. I got food into me, I replenished my water. I put my feet in the lake, I packed everything up, but it is now 3:45. It took me 6.5 hours to hike in yesterday. Well, instead of climbing up where the trail goes up and going through the avalanche up there, I'm down here, and this is the carnage that's been put out on the ice. Wow. Over there, that big rock, that's a little bit worrisome. But I think I'm gonna save a bunch of time down here, that's for sure. Well, I'm pretty happy. I just checked View Ranger, and yesterday I did the lake in 1 hour and 53 minutes. I'm at this very first bib site that I came to, so I know that the exit to the trail is maybe 100 meters over there, and it's been 1 hour. So I motored. My shoulders are pretty sore right now, but it's the hike in here that took 4.5 hours. That's what. But I'm probably going to take the different way back. It's going to be maybe not any shorter, maybe a bit longer even, but there's no climbing up into that snow and then climbing down. So anyway, right now I am going to rest up as best I can and then start motoring again. This is the way I came in. This is the normal way for Glacier Lake Trail. This one goes over to a different trail. The thinking, something that was suggested to me, is to take this one about 2.4 kilometers and then take the Howse River Flats and get off back on the Glacier Trail just before the red chairs at the bottom of those. Problem is, I have no idea what this trail is like. But I think it'll be easier. You know, I mean, this trail is pretty miserable right now. And not only that, it'll be a little bit more fun instead of just a trudge. So, let's do it. A little bit more adventure. Well, that trail is certainly not maintained. I've already been over about 20 trees. I've just walked a short way. There was maintenance on it once upon a time. But this trail is already an ass-kicking of scenery over Glacier Trail. Glacier Trail is nothing but trees. Well, once you leave the chairs, it's nothing but trees. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good, really. Well, the kilometers are coming, they're coming harder and harder. My feet hurt. I've been hiking constantly for 4 days. I've put my feet through the ringer. I'm not sure what river that is. I'll have to Google it. But it comes and joins up with the Howse River, and these are the flats. So I believe I'm going to go that way, back to the car. Holy, don't you dare fall. Stupid hike trekking poles. That'd be awesome if they fell down there. Ugh. Okay, the plan was I was hiking that trail, going down to a sign that said 2.4 kilometers, and crossing the Howse River, which is not a big deal, it's pretty easy, and then hiking back on the Howse Flats. What happened is that I ended up on a trail I had no idea was here. And it mirrors the flats. So instead of at the trail I was on, it goes and crosses all the way over there and like is on the other side. And that one is on GemTrek, the maps. But somehow I'm on a trail that I had no idea was here. No one said anything about it. It's not on GemTrek maps. It's not on, you know, they don't talk about this section in Canadian Rockies Trail Guide or anything. But here I am. I'm hiking along a trail along Howse Flats. The important thing is I am hiking towards the red chairs. I may not be down on the flats, but I am hiking towards the red chairs. And you know what? The trail is not in bad shape. Okay, I found the sign after all. This is not looking hugely crossable though. I mean, it doesn't even look that easy to get down there. All right, find a way to cross to get into Howse over there. Well, the trail kept going. Obviously, it's not an official trail anymore, but there is a recent blaze and there is recent chainsaw work done. I still don't know how I'm supposed to cross. I mean, the Howse River is not letting up. It's not pulling away from the shore or anything. Oh. Hello, Bones. Huh. I don't know what kind of bones those are. Oh, there's another. That is an interesting bone. You know what? I'm not a big bone guy, and I do not have time for... There's another blaze. Okay. I think I see a part where the main bits of the water veer off. So maybe that's where I'm supposed to cross. Yeah, there goes a lot of the water off over there. That's good. Recent work's been done. More recent work. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, I made it. I kind of launched myself off that tree to get me over that deep part, and then the rest of it was easy. Okay, so now I hike over to the chairs. Apparently I should only have to cross one more time. That's when I get there. Got myself a touch wet, but nothing serious. Boy, as if I didn't have enough adventure going on. My lord. Now that I'm done that crossing, I can appreciate the view. Sometimes being bold pays. Well, I walked about 20 feet. Hello, Mr. Bear. Hello, Mr. Bear. Kuka! Kuka! Well, when you're taking advice from somebody, you have to consider their experience level, because this guy knows a million times more than I do. He thinks there are no serious crossings. To me, this is a serious crossing. I mean, I don't know how deep that is. It looks like it gets deep really quick. Could be up to my chest. You know, then your bag starts to fill up. Yeah. Not 100% sure what to do here. Well, I went from there to there. And then this one was already looking pretty sketchoid. Now, even if I managed to do that one, right, then I'm committed to doing another big one. One that really looks sketchoid. I mean, even looking at it from up here, it doesn't look super bad, but when you're down there, you can see that it's a few feet deep. Anyway, so I climbed up on the banks, and I'm gonna just work hard for a little bit to get by all this. I actually kind of find a semblance of a trail. So now I feel like I'm not the only one who's had to do this. I'm sitting down and I'm scarfing down some jerky and enjoying life, man. Because here I am with an amazing scene. I don't feel pressed for time anymore. I think I'll be okay. As long as I don't get too many more surprises like this. I thought I was home free. If you want to be home free, go back the way you came, because you know it's good. You want to be bold and get a little more adventure in, do what I'm doing. Down there is where I was trying to cross. Climbed up this bluff, and the river moves away. And way over there is the chairs, I believe. Things you find sometimes. That is a perfectly chainsawed stump end up in the middle of the Howse flats. I guess the river brought it here. I've never been so happy to see chairs in my whole damn life. You know, the one crossing coming out of there was knee deep, but it was barely moving. And then there was that other crossing, so those two crossings got mentioned. Thing is, there was at least 12 crossings. I never knew what I was going to come across. So now I'm thinking, well, everything's way higher, and what's good, you know, there's 12 crossings, or you know, I keep hitting crossings, but he said there was two. So it made for stress me out. Definitely. The sun went down behind that mountain, but it's still, you know, there's still a couple hours of daylight left. Sun peaks around the mountains for a while. I see weather coming in where I was camped, so it's nice that I got out of there. But oh my God. One thing about the crossings is that my feet feel okay, because it cools them off. Nothing like cold water to help your feet. My shoulders are killing me. I only took the one break on the Howse flats. The one I put on camera is the only one it took. So from here, I think I got like 2 kilometers left, but and some of it's uphill, but it'll be stress-free. So, mama. Well, I'm done. Oh my. I feel like my shoulders could hold up 1,000,000 pounds right now, but they are so sore. I pushed myself very hard today. To the limits. I mean, I don't know how much farther I could have gone. Oh my. Oh, it's 10 to 9. I am completely blasted. I do not recommend doing Howse River Flats unless you really know what you're doing. You know, it was hella stressful, man. One thing, you know, don't look at my video and think that, oh well, all I have to do is those 2 crossings. This is early season and late season, you know, those, yeah. I mean, the river goes up a lot, right? Oh my God. Well, what an amazing trip. I've had a great 4 days here in Jasper. I've got, you know, there's other videos from my other days in Jasper, day hiking. I've got 2 weeks until my next one. So I got 2 weeks to fix my body. It feels like it'll take 2 weeks before everything stops being sore. And my sleep system and my cook system and my, you know, my underwear is making me chafe. I have no idea why, you know, like my cotton underwear that when it gets wet will stay wet for 10 years. That's fine, but I bought nice synthetic underwear and it's making me chafe. Anyway. What a crazy trip, man. Till next time.